So, discuss natin again yung solution ng mga problem nito. Okay, let's start with problem number 1. Okay, two circles that are internally tangent to each other have radii of 10 centimeter and 30 centimeter. Okay, what is the length of the line from the center of the larger circle to the point of tangency of the smaller circle? So, paano ito nyo sinolve, class? So, una, gawa kayo ng dalawang circle, no? So, that are internally tangent. Anong sabi dito? Paano ba tayo makakaroon ng internally tangent na circle? Dalawang circle. Okay? Yung isang circle, nasa loob ng isang circle. Tama ba? So, yan yung tinatawag nating internally tangent. Okay, pag sabihin natin ganito. Now, gawa tayo ng center line. Meaning to say, parang ganito. Okay, gawa tayo ng center line. So, ito yung center ng ating malaking circle. Ito naman yung center ng ating maliit na circle. Ito. Now, sabi dito, what is the length daw of the line from the center of the larger circle, from this point to the point of tangency of the smaller circle. So, gawa ka ng line wherein magpapass through siya dito sa point na to, which is the center, papunta sa tangent siya sa smaller circle. So, gawa tayo ng parang line na ganyan, no? Okay. Wherein, dapat tangent yan sa smaller circle. Now, if this is tangent to smaller circle, by definition ng tangent line, itong line na to, okay, itong line na to, is mag-create yan ng 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees. Kung tangent to ha, if this is tangent to this circle, 90 degrees yan with respect to this point here or to this line here. Now, we know that this one is the radius of the smaller circle, no? And this one right here, ito. Project ko lang ha. Itong part na to, ito. That is the radius of the larger circle. Tama ba? Wherein ang radius ng larger circle, sabi dito, the radii or the radius of the two circle, yung sa smaller 10 daw. So ito 10 and yung sa malaki naman 30. Okay? So anong nagawa natin, class? Anong nagawa natin dito? Para nakagawa tayo ng isang right triangle. Ayan right triangle yan. So kukunin natin yan, isusulat natin dito. So ang gagawin ko, i-rotate ko lang konti. So para maging ganito yan, Okay, para maging ganito yan. Ayan. Ayan yun. Ito yung 90 degrees. Ito yun. So ito yung R natin, which is yung 10. No? Itong part na to, ito yun. Okay? Yung hypotenuse, which is always facing opposite to your 90 degree. Ito yung 90 degree natin. So, ang kukunin natin na length, by the way, is yung length of the line from the center to the point of tangency. Itong length na to. Okay? Itong length na to. So, ano yung value nito, class? D. Sabihin natin D yan. So, anong value ng D natin? Yan yung kukunin natin. Now, we need to solve for the distance from this point here papunta dito. So, we need to solve for this value. So, anong value to, class? Ano tong value? Which is the same thing siya dito, no? Ano to? If this is radius na malaki, yung sa circle, no? Minus, ito, radius pa rin ito ng maliit na circle. So, malamang, itong part na to, ito, is equivalent yan sa 30 minus 10. Tama ba? 30 yung radius ng malaking circle, minus natin sa radius ng maliit na circle, 30 minus 10. Or basically, that is what? 20. Itong part na to is 30 minus 10. Kuha ba, class? Hello? Nakuha mo nyo ba? Ay, mali. Hindi pala. Dito pala yun. 20. Dito pala yun. Ayan. Mali ako sulat, no? Dito pala yun. Kasi itong part na to, ito yung kukunin natin. Okay, thank you. So, itong part na to, yung kukunin natin. So, basically, anong gagamitin natin dito? So, meron lang tayong parang radius 10, tsaka 20, hypotenuse. Gagamitan na natin yan ng Pythagorean theorem. So, C squared equivalent sa A squared plus B squared. Yung C dito, ito yon C. Yung A dito, sabihin natin B. Ay, itong 10. Yung B dito, sabihin natin yung D. Okay, so therefore, we can solve for the value of D. So, this is 20 squared equivalent sa 10 squared plus D squared. Okay, so sabihin natin yung B equivalent sa D. So, therefore, etong part na to, transpose na natin sa kabila, magiging, unahin natin yung D square equivalent sa 20 square minus 10 square. And then, taking the roots, so therefore, yung distance pala, or yung measurement pala ng line galing sa center to the point of tangency ng smaller circle is equivalent sa 20 square minus 10 square. And that is obviously equivalent sa 17.32. Ito ba yung sagot nyo, class? 17.32. And that is, yung unit niya is centimeter kasi naka-centimeter lahat. So, yun yung sagot sa problem na to. Okay? Nakuha ba? Hello? Okay, sige. Very good. Now, problem 2 tayo, class. So, the perimeter of a sector is 24 feet. Okay, ano sabing perimeter of a sector? If you have remember, yung sector, ano yung sector? Portion lang yan ng circle, no? For example, gawa tayo ng circle dito. Gawa tayo ng circle. And then, kukuha lang tayo, magawa tayo ng center niyang circle na yan. Then, itong part na to, tsaka itong part na to. So, itong area na nabuo niya, itong part na to. So, yan lang yung sector. Ito yung sector. Area ng sector. Okay? Area ng sector yan, no? Or tinatawag natin yung sector. Or portion lang siya ng circle. Now, sabi dito, ang perimeter daw ng sector is 24 feet. Kapag sinasabi nating perimeter of the sector, anong ibig sabihin yan, class? Anong perimeter ng perimeter ng tawag nito, perimeter ng square, di ba? Yung lahat ng sides i-add natin. So basically yung perimeter is 4s. Dito sa perimeter of a sector, itong lahat nito, perimeter. So basically ito, that is arc length, no? Arc length S. Then meron tayong radius, itong dalawa. Ito radius ito, no? At saka ito. Radius din 'yan. Okay? Radius din 'yan. So basically ang perimeter ng sector is dalawang radius, 2 radius tapos isang tawag nito, isang arc length o yung S. Wherein yung arc length is equivalent sa R tapos theta. Tama ba? R tapos theta na naka-radian. So, in other words, yung perimeter ng sector pala is equivalent sa 2 radius plus radius tapos yung angle na naka-radian. Okay? Sabi dyan, ang perimeter is 24 feet. Equivalent yan sa 2 tapos yung radius natin, sinabi dito, 6 feet. O, 6 feet yung radius dito. Plus 6 tapos kukunin nating value yung angle na naka-radian. Okay, ano yung value ng angle na naka-radian natin? So basically, kuha tayo ng calculator. 24 alpha equal 2 times 6 which is 12 plus 6. Then yung ano natin is yung angle na naka-radian. Shift solve, solve na natin yung angle na naka-radian which is equivalent sa 2. Okay, ito 2. 2 radians yan, no? Okay, 2 radians. So, ano yung area ng sector natin? Di ba, if you have remember, area ng sector is equivalent lang sa 1/2 tapos radius squared tapos angle na naka-radian. Okay, so therefore, this is 1/2 and yung radius natin is 6 squared. Then, angle na naka-radian is basically 2. Okay, cancel lang tong 2, no? So, anong sagot dito, class? Area ng sector is basically equal sa anong value nito? 6 square or that is 36. 36 ang unit nito since naka-fit yan lahat, 36 feet square. Tama ba? Ayan yung sagot dito, class. I hope na nakuha nyo, ha. Magkaiba yung perimeter ng sector, ha, sa arc length ng sector. Ang arc length ng sector, ito lang yung S. Baka nakuha nyo ba yung S lang. Ginawa nyo S equivalent to R tapos theta. Yung perimeter, ginawa nyo S, which is 24, equivalent sa R tapos theta. Yung R natin 6. So, mali na to class ha. Kasi this is not a perimeter. That is only arc length. Yung perimeter ng entire sector, kasali yung dalawang radius. Okay? So, careful kayo dyan ha. So, kasali yung dalawang radius. Iyan. Okay? So, may tanong ba kayo dito? Everyone? Or anyone from you? May tanong ba? Wala. Sige. Patuloy natin. Problem number 3. A sector having a radius of 20 cm has a central angle of 70 degrees. What is the length of the sector? Or pag sinasabi nating length of the sector, ibig sabihin yan yung arc length. Kasi sinabi naman length of the sector. Kapag perimeter of the sector, yan yung 2r plus arc length. Pero dito, length of the sector. So arc length lang yan, no? Basically, that is equivalent lang sa S. Ang S natin is yung radius tapos yung angle na naka-radian. So, yung arc length natin, basically, yung radius natin is 20 cm. I-multiply natin yan sa angle na naka-radian. Dito, angle natin is naka-degrees. Oh, we go. 70 degrees times natin yan by in 180 degrees, ilang radian yan? Pi radians. Tama ba? So, makancel itong degrees. So, therefore, yung arc length natin is naka-centimeters na yan. Kasi centimeters to be multiplied by radian, basically, yung radian, wala yung unit. So, centimeters lang yan. So, therefore, ang value nito would be equivalent sa 20, okay, times 70, then to be multiplied by pi over 180. So, ang sagot dito would be equivalent sa 24.43. So, this is 24.43 centimeter. Yan yung length of the sector. Kuha ba, class? Okay, next problem tayo. Okay, parang madali lang tayo ngayon, no? Okay, find the radius of the circle inscribed in a triangle with sides 5, 7, and 10. So, gawa tayo ng circle. Okay, sabi daw dito, yung circle daw, okay, find the radius of the circle inscribed in a triangle. Yung circle nasa loob ng triangle. So, mag-create tayo ng triangle na nasa loob yung circle. Okay, gawa tayo ng triangle ha. So, gawin na natin, ganito na lang. Dito tayo magawa ng triangle. Okay, sorry. Gawa tayo ng triangle. Ayan. So, itong triangle na to, mag-i-inscribe yan dito sa ating circle. Sabihin natin ganyan. Sobra, lakihin pa natin. Sabihin natin ganyan. Okay. Meron tayong triangle dito, nasa loob yung circle. Find the radius of the circle inscribed in a triangle. So, meron tayong circle. Sabihin natin, this one is equivalent sa radius natin. Ito yung radius. And then, yung sides ng ating triangle, we have here 5, 7, tsaka 10. Okay. Diba, yun ulit yung magiging equation natin, class, kapag yung polygon natin basically triangle yan, no? Yung polygon natin is nasa labas. Anong area ng polygon natin for that? If you have remember. Area ng polygon natin, class. Yung nasa labas. Diba, nasa labas na si Naruto. Ano yun? Kung di nyo ma-remember yan, di nyo talaga masagutan to, no? Na diretso. Pero masagutan nyo to using yung manual method. Na-remember nyo pa to? Yes, yung Naruto. Yan yung sagot dyan. Naruto. Area ng polygon natin is Naruto. tangent 180 over n. Ilang sides ang meron tayo sa polygon na to? Triangle kasi. So that is 3 sides. Yung r dito is yung radius ng circle. Okay? Yung area ng polygon is area ng circle. Given 3 sides, makukuha natin yung area ng polygon, which is area ng triangle, using what? Heron's formula. O, diba? Madali lang siya i-solve. Pag makuha na natin yung area ng triangle, which is area ng polygon natin, using Heron's formula, then masasolve na natin yung value ng r. Okay? So, using Heron's formula, yung area ng triangle is, ano yun, class? Semi-perimeter, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Okay? Kukunin muna natin yung semi-perimeter. Yung semi-perimeter is, i-add lang natin lahat ng sides, 5 plus 7 plus 10 all over 2. So, anong value ng semi-perimeter natin, class? So, that is 5 plus 7 plus 10. Sige, altogether, please paki-calculate. 11. Okay, 11 to. So, area ng triangle, by the way, is equivalent sa... Sorry. So, that is 11, tapos 11 minus 5, 11 minus 7, 11 minus 10. So, ilan to, class? So, 11. Sige, try ko ha. Tapos, multiplied by 6, then multiplied by 4, then multiplied by 1. That is square, 2 square root of 66 or... sige, pagpalagay na natin, 2 square root of 66. Okay, kulag 1. Sige lang, kay 1 lang is equivalent lang sa ano. 1 na. Okay, may 1 dito. So, similar pa rin yung makukuha natin na value. Okay, 2 square root of 66. Okay? So, sabihin natin 2 square root of 66. So, therefore, galing dito sa naruto na formula natin, lagay ko lang dito So, therefore, itong area ng polygon, which is ang area ng triangle, is 2 times square root of 66. Ilang sides ang triangle? 3. Radius yung pinapahanap dyan, square. Tangent of 180 divide 3. So, ang gagawin natin una is to solve for the value of 3 tapos to be multiplied by tangent of 180. Okay, 3 tapos tangent of 180 divide 3. So, ang value nito, so naka-degrees kayo kasi yung 180 naka-degrees yan. Okay. Yung value nito is 3 square root of 3 square root of 3. Okay. R square. So, divide natin yan by 3 square root of 3. Then, 3 square root of 3. So, makancel ito. No, makancel yan. So, R square. Okay, square root natin yan. So, ang value nito, square root natin. So, 2 square root of 66 divide natin by 3 square root of 3. So, therefore, yung radius ng circle natin pala is equivalent sa square root of 2 times square root of 66 all over 3 square root of 3. So, yung sagot dito is 1.77. Tama ba, class? This is 1.77 and this is in terms of centimeter. Okay. Wala pa lang unit, no? So, 1.77 units. Nakuha ba ninyo? Ito ba din yung sagot nyo, class? Anong method ginamit ninyo? Hello? Or hindi nyo na ito nakuha? Be honest. Same lang. So, ganito method yung ginawa nyo, no? Or hindi? So, kung manual method, anong ginawa nyo, class? Yung manual method. Anong manual method ginawa nyo dito? Or gawa kayo ng... Paano nyo ba ito ginawa, class? Mahirap ito sa manual method ba? Kasi we have a find the radius of a circle inscribed in a triangle with sides 5, 7, and 10. So, kung ako magsosolve nito, parang gagawa ako nito, yung radius na yan, no, itong part na to, tapos meron tayong radius nito. Okay, itong part na to. Okay, kung ito, by the way, kung ito tangent yan, nakatangent yan, so tangent man ito, no? So, most likely ito, 90 degrees yan. Ito, 90 degrees din. Ito, 90 degrees din yan, no? So, paano yan isusolve? If this is 90 degrees, mahirap, no? Mahirap dyan siya. Okay. Para ang mangyari nito, if using using the same concept nung parang bisector, parang ginawa natin, nilagay natin yung xx dyan. Okay? Xx dito. Okay, anyway, yung pinakamadali na solution nito is itong pinakita ko. Okay? So, yan yung magiging solution yan. Okay, for the last problem, if the sides of the square will increase by 250%, what is the corresponding increase in area? So, to solve for this one, try tayo mag-draw ng square. Okay, draw tayo ng square class Yan, square. Now, gawa pa tayo ng isang square such that i-increase na natin yung side ng square by 250%. Anong ibig sabihin ng i-increase by? So, meron kayong ano dito. So, for example, initially, ito yung square natin. So, pagpalagay natin yung area ng yung side ng square is x. So, 'di ba, kung square 'yan, similar yung length niyan ng sides, x din 'yan. Now, anong mangyayari dito kapag i-increase natin 'yan by 250%? Anong mangyayari nito sa x? Okay daw? Sige daw. Try to think about it. Kung ang initial value ng sides ng x ng square natin dito is x, anong magiging value nitong side nito kapag we will be increasing it by 250%? Oh, lalaki. So, anong value ng x nito? Anong value ng side nito? 250, naka-percent yan, naka-percent. That is, say for example, yung side natin, let's just for example, mag-let tayo ng value ng side natin by, say for example, 3 yan. Tapos, i-increase natin yan by 250%. So, anong mangyayari nito? Anong side nito? I-increase natin yan by 250%. Anong mangyayari niyan, class? Ha? Ano yung mangyayari dyan? Hello? Hindi nyo ba alam anong mangyayari dyan?
Times 250 degrees at 250%.
Okay. So, ang mangyayari dyan, okay, for example, 3 yun, no? So, normally, ginagawa natin, minomultiply natin yung initial na side, 3, by, ito naka-percent man yan, no? So, that is 2.5. Naka-percent yan, 250, no? Multiply natin yan by 2.5. Kasi 250%, divide natin by 100% para maging decimal yan, which is 2.5. Okay? So, anong mangyari nito? So, 3 times 2.5. Ano yan? That is equivalent sa 7.5. So, basically, ang mangyayari dito, yung size na to, galing sa 3, mag-i-increase yan to 7.5. Okay, galing sa 3 kung nag-let tayo ng value ng x, which is 3. Pero sa ating problem, nilet natin yan ng x. So, basically, ang mangyayari dito, this is 2.5 times x. Tama ba?
Yes.
Okay, actually, this is wrong. Okay, bakit wrong? Okay, tingnan nyo yung word na by. Okay, by. Magkaiba yung will increase by 250% sa will increase to 250%. Kapag sinabi diyang will increase, will increase to, yung word na yan is 2, so tama tong 2.5 point x times x. Tama. Kapag increase to, tama tong 2.5x. Pero pag sinasabi natin increase by, so yung initial na value na sides x, dadagdagan na natin ng 2.5x. Okay, will increase by, so dadagdagan. Pero pag increase to, ito lang na part. Nakuha niyo ba? Okay. Yan yung pinaka-importanting part ng dapat maintindihan niyo yung wording ng problem. So, 'di ba? With just this word change by to 2, magkaiba na yung magiging interpretation yan. So, pag increase by, yung initial value ng side natin, which is x, dadagdagan natin yan ng 2.5 or that is 250% of that initial value x. So, ang mangyayari nito, magiging 3.5x na yung value nitong side. Kasi 1x plus 2.5x, maging 3.5x na yan. So, therefore, pag increase by, so dadagdagan nyo yung x by 2.5, whatever value nito. Pag increase to, simply, pag increase to, 2.5x lang diretso yan. Di mo na yan nagdagdagan ng 1x. Nakuha nyo ba? So basically, itong side na to is 3.5x. Itong side na to, 3.5x din. So, ano ba yung area ng square natin, 'di ba? Area ng square initially ha, initial. Itong side na to, initial 1, this is second area. So, sabihin natin area ng circle natin for itong point 1. So, that is x times x, no? Or that is x square. Dito, area 2. That is equivalent sa, okay, 3.5x, yan yung side natin, square natin yan. Okay. Ang tanong, what is the corresponding increase in area? So, I don't know if alam niyo ba yung pagkuha ng mga percentage increase. So, if hindi naman, so ito lang yung magiging formula niyan. Kapag kukunin natin yung percentage increase in area, okay, percentage increase ng area, so ang gagawin lang natin, yung area second, yung second area or yung final area natin, isa-subtract natin yung initial area natin, then i-divide natin yan by area ng initial, then multiply it by 100%. Okay? So basically, ang mangyari dito, yung area ng final, which is 3.5x. So 3.5x square at 3.5 raised to the power of 2. So magiging 1215, no? 1225 pala. 1225. That is for 3.5 square. Then mayroon pa tayong x square. I-subtract natin yung area 1, which is x square. Divide natin yan by x square. Area 1 pa rin, x square. Tapos 100%. Ayan yung percentage increase in area. Okay? So, therefore, we have here, since yung x square is common, so i-factor out natin yung x square dyan, magiging 12.25 minus 1. Tama ba? All over x square. So, yung x square, makancel lang yan. Kaya, even though wala kayong nilet na value dito, makakancel nyo lang yung x square. Okay? Pero pwede lang din kayo mag-set ng value, initial value, whatever na value na ilagay nyo dyan. So, sa problem na wala namang binigay na value, no? So, mag-let lang kayo any variables. Sa akin, ginawa ko lang x. Times natin yan by 100%. Okay, yan yung percent area increase. So, therefore, yung percent area increase pala is equivalent sa, okay, 12.25 subtract natin by 1. So, that is 11.25. Multiply natin by 100%. So, therefore, yung sagot natin is 1,125%. So, by increasing the side by 250%, mag-i-increase yung area natin correspondingly by 1,125%. So, yan yung magiging sagot natin for this problem. So, I hope nakuha nyo yung, yung tawag nito, yung significance ng wording dito at saka yung process kung paano to isosolve. Okay?